What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So, I did move the quarry. Yeah. So previously we had to do, I think, this section here. Anyway, now it is doing this section here. I just kind of flew around the entirety of this just to see where it's at and what it's doing. There are some places where it has missed. I zoomed in too far. Now I can't find it. Yeah, so you can see there's like some emerald stuff right here. Yeah, I don't know what causes that. Maybe that's a server. Well, I was gonna say a server restart, but the server hasn't restarted at all. Maybe when it saves the server, maybe some kind of a. They seem to be kind of regular placed, and it's like the same kind of a thing. I don't know, but anyway, there's something that's causing that. So things that I've noticed here, you guys might have seen this before, but if you quarry an area with a builder like this, it does load in the chunks, but it doesn't. It's like different loading than if the player actually goes here. So you can see there's some areas with tall grass and there's areas without tall grass. And also we get some trees and things like that. Now this whole stuff doesn't naturally form here in an emerald world because grass can't spawn on emeralds, right? But if the quarry goes through and like loads the chunks, it can replace all of the blocks with dirt. And then when the player comes to the chunks, it'll actually try and populate it, I guess, with tall grass and trees and other naturally spawning things. It's just kind of one of those weird things about Minecraft, how it kind of like loads chunks in two different ways. But anyway, so we are right here, and I think we are approaching almost being finished with this second quarry. Yeah, we got to go, I think maybe 3 or 4 more chunks in width right here, and then this one will be done, and I will have to move it again. So yes, we are collecting a lot of emeralds, and I was just looking as well here at our singularities. All of our singularities are now completed. We have 256 of all of these. We have a few more of these other ones that kind of spilled over into those drawers that I didn't lock. But you know, that's fine. This is what I wanted to see, all of these done. And now we are collecting the demon steel. Every bit that we're collecting now will help be a buffer for when we use some of these later on and it has to refill. So let's go over to the last millennium. All right, so over here, we'll go back to our singularity area. I did go through and I changed things up. Now, previously, I was using the Ender IO cables. Yeah. The problem is the Ender IO cables like, oh, we got empty space. Let's just keep filling it up. So, like, these chests would be completely full of these Demon Steel as 7th. Okay, so I figured, you know what I'd do is just come and put in, like, cobblestone in every one of these spots, which in itself is annoying. But if you like take I guess you take some singularities out and it has to remake more of them. If there isn't enough demon steel to go around, it'll go and use up all that cobblestone. So all the time you took like to fill those in is wasted. So I ended up switching our cables for rationing pipes here. The rationing pipes from extra utilities only allows 1 stack of whatever item we're pulling out of an inventory. Yeah, only allow 1 stack in there. Pull a stack out, it gets replaced immediately, right? So I think that is going to be pretty awesome. That's a better way of keeping these things full because there's no reason to have all slots, whatever that is, like 30 some odd slots full of the demon steel. There's no reason. We can store it all in the deep storage unit on a storage bus being provided to us through our interface down here. And then, yeah, we can extract out of that interface and place it in all of these things. So yeah, both sides I have changed up like that as well. So yeah, we are only keeping 1 stack of demon steel in all of these things, which I think that's a much better setup anyway. So yes, all of our drawers here are full with 256 of every one of these items. And then we had a little bit of spillover on those 2 other singularities that are in the ME system. Those will get used up eventually. So what I'd like to start looking at today is the auto crafting, seeing if we can work towards this. I think we had to make ourselves one of these Kiosk Catalysts in order to do this. And since we now have the ability to make chaotic cores, we should be able to do most of this. Although some of this might require some extra auto crafting, like these different wafers. Yeah, I don't know if we have enough to do all those. Although we only have 5 chaos shards, which means we can only do this recipe 5 times. We don't have to go too crazy, but this is yet another recipe that we're going to have to make. Getting these dire auto crafting tables hooked up, this is something that really interests me. I think I've mentioned that before, that I'd really like to get all of these extreme crafting recipes automated So yes, we should have like a crafting table on each one of these platforms that we have set up specifically for these extreme crafting recipes. And then we'll probably have that stored in some kind of like a small storage container or something, and put a storage bus on there. So those are provided to our network. So yeah, we will be able to grab cosmic meatballs from our base should we need them, and they should be auto crafted. That's the idea anyway. Okay, so in order to get one of these things, I guess the first thing we should focus our attention on is making this Kiosk Catalyst. So we need to make up to 5 of these cores. Is there any other use for this, the Kiosk Shard? So that can be used to make a Draconic Reactor core or the Chaotic core. We can grind it to get these tiny pieces. I'm not sure what these are useful for. So the small ones make the medium ones, the medium make the large ones make the Chaos Shard. Those are the only recipes. So the only thing we can do with those really is make these chaotic cores. So that looks like that's going to be easy enough. So I guess we go back to the base. We should probably set up a recipe to make those. So let's do that now. So click, click, click. And there's a recipe simple. All right, so we go into our pattern. What is this thing called? Interphase Terminal. We look for the patterns for our cores. We should find them. Like I said, I try and keep these things together, but there doesn't appear to be a lot of room here. Guess I'll put those there and move this here. There, all of our cores are together now. So chaotic core, let's make 5 of those. We should be able to make those, no problem. Okay, we're gonna problem. We just need to turn this off so we're not putting stars in there for a moment. There we go. Now we should be able to do it. So we want 5 of these guys. There we go. Let's cook them up. There's 2 of them. Yeah, let's gotta do a little bit of processing for these awakened cores, but that's not so bad. All right, now everything's done. Now we got 5 of these chaotic cores. That is awesome. So we need to start getting one of these things set up for all of these auto crafting tables. I think I'm gonna try and make 5 of them. So we need an extreme craft for this, for the Kiosk Catalyst, and then we need an extreme craft for the crafting table itself, the Dire Auto Crafting Table. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start laying out all the pieces and the bits together, see what we can come up with for both of these recipes. If there's anything that we haven't worked on yet so far, I'll bring you guys back in. If there's anything that needs to be auto crafted or some kind of special thing, yeah, we'll also come back for that. But anyway, let me see what we can do as far as filling out these recipes, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, I've been at this for a little while now, trying to fill out all of these different pieces and parts. So this is everything that we can do at this point. Dire crafting tables. I did set up the auto craft for that. We've already crafted those before. So it's just a matter of setting up the assembly table in the last millennium to accept these and know what to do with them. Yeah, it's just pretty easy processing pattern for that. And then this is what we're looking like right now for these Kiosk Catalysts. So we have a good portion of all of these things laid out, but I did notice we are missing a lot of these different wafers, right? So we needed wafers with red gem, blue gem, and white gem. Yeah, I think we might have white gems actually. So we have a little bit of white gems from Uranus, but we don't have any red gems, and I'm not sure where these come from. Those are from Jupiter, and the blue ones are from Neptune. So we need to revisit Jupiter. Do we have blue gem? Oh, we do have blue gem. Okay, so yes, we need to revisit Jupiter because we don't have any red gems at all. Wait, what is that? Red gem? What is this? No, okay, we don't have that at all. Yeah, so we need to go back to Jupiter for that. I did say we had these thorium and uranium rods. Both of these we've crafted in the past. What else do we have here that is of any interest? So machine base next to that is wireless connector. This is from AE2 stuff. I'm actually not 100% sure what this thing does. Wireless connector. So it requires a wireless access point. It requires a wireless charger. None of these 2 items are EMC-able. So we do have to make a wireless charger with the QED. It's the only way to do that. So we're going to have to make this a manual process. Unfortunately, you can't autocraft everything for this thing. Yeah, this is one of the sticking points here. Okay, so we need to make a wireless charger. And we need to make the wireless access point. I think we can autocraft that no problem in the applied energistics system. So that's not a huge issue. So we also have this turret base tier 5 down here. Yeah, this guy, this is a little crazy. Requires lots of stuff. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. Let's go to Jupiter real quick. You know what? Let's grab our Quarry. So that is a digital miner. One of these and a tesseract. Like so. We don't need a whole lot of these things, but we need enough to get us going. And those gems do not have EMC. Oh, actually, we can't go like this. I need to grab my, spaceman suit. They do not have EMC, so we will have to craft each and every one of those things, unfortunately. All right, grab all this stuff. Click this all on. Like so. There we go. Ready to go to Jupiter. All right, so let's go. I think we would be able to survive if we were to go just like this with our armor and our saturation. Maybe we could put the gemstones, the blood gems, back into our inventory for regeneration. But anyway, I do want to make sure we have all that stuff just to be super safe. So Jupiter, let's go. So we're looking for red gems. Did we not ever see these here before? Or did I just not mine them? There's like a lot of them right here. Why didn't I not mine these before? I have no idea. Okay, so now that we have those, we can set up our digital miner somewhere. How about right here, like we do? So we will once again go to the config. We will go to new filter, item stack, put one of these right all up in there. Save it. All right. Need to give this thing a little bit of power. Main base. Okay. Energy mode, receive only. So we should be good. That should be mining. There you go. There's a bunch of these red gems. Okay, so we have those, we have the blue gems, and we have the white gems. The gems themselves, I believe, are EMCable, actually. So maybe we don't need a whole lot of these things. Let me take a look at this. Uses. Over here. Oh, yeah, these are definitely EMCable. That's all we need. Okay, so just a quick trip. All right, let's get out of here, back to the base. Cool. All right, so we can take those gems. We should be able to run it through our extreme furnace right here. Get a few of those. I'll keep the ores. No purpose in doing all that. We're just going to EMC those. So white gem. We have these. Let's run a few of those through the system. I guess we've never used white gems for anything either. Wait, what? Okay. I thought that was a different looking gem. I guess it's partly transparent looking. Okay, so anyway, white gem. Red gem. Space. And then there was also the blue gem, which apparently I've already EMC'd at some point. All right, cool. So now that we have these, we should be able to come over here like we do, duplicate a few of them, so we don't have to worry about running out of these anytime soon. Yeah, that's fine. That's a decent amount of white gems, and then we'll do the same thing. Grab another stack of stars for the red gems. Red gem and star. Cool. All right, so yeah, so now we don't have to worry about running out of those. I can just run those through the circuit maker, whatever, and process those the way they need to be. Okay, so we have the wafers taken care of. We need the wireless connector. Yeah, that has to use the QED, so that is a manual process. So the turret base, yeah, this is a crazy thing. Requires obsidian, these I/O buses, which I guess isn't that bad. And then it requires refined obsidian and then a sensor tier 5, which is an atomic alloy, 2 basic control circuits, another I/O bus, and a sensor tier 4. And that is a reinforced alloy, 2 basic control circuits, sensor tier 3, I/O bus. The tier 3 is kind of the same thing, enriched iron, redstone. So yes, this is quite the craft. So I need to go through and I guess these basic control circuits are EMCable. I don't think I ever knew that. Maybe I did. Atomic alloys are EMCable. Energy tablets are EMCable. Anyway, I need to go through and make a pattern for each and every one of these things so we can make the turret base tier 5 auto craftable, because we will want these on auto craft at some point. And then finally, what's the other item here? The sexy block, right? So this is a compressed cobblestone smelted to get sexy. Let's do one of those right now. Compressed cobblestone. Double compressed, just regular style compressed. And we'll just put in one of these. All right, so there should give us 4 sexy blocks. Let's look how sexy these blocks are. Now, if that isn't sexy, I don't know what is. That's OG Aristotle, by the way. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these crafting patterns made up. I'll make these wafers. We'll fill out the rest of this crafting grid here, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, so even more time has passed, and now we are ready to go with these Kiosk Catalysts. Let's just go ahead and make one, right? We'll leave the rest of these here. We don't necessarily need these right now. We will put that right here, and there is an entire auto crafting table. Okay, so now we have one of those. Oh, we get these crafting units back. I did not realize that. Oh, yeah, and then the halo things, those don't stack, so you have to put those in manually every time. So those right here and here, right? Okay, so yeah, I did not realize I'd get the crafting units back for that recipe. That's fine. And then, yeah, we need the Kiosk Catalyst that goes here. Right, so Dire Auto Crafting Table. Let's take a look at this thing. So we have two 9x9 grids here. One of them, you can set a pattern, right? And then the other one, you put your items in. So this is where you put all your items. This is the pattern that's going to make. And then when it has all the items, it puts the output, the result right here. Cool. All right, so it works pretty much the same, except what's really cool is you can shift click items into this thing. You can't shift click items into this no matter how much you try. Yeah, items just don't shift click in there. So this one is far superior for that. And then it auto crafts as well. So we can extract out of this table the resulting item, and we can pump in the item. So I think what we should do, this does not have EMC, by the way, so we can't just make more of those. You have to do the extreme crafting recipe for every one of these. I think what we should do is hook one of these things up to maybe an easy recipe to start off with. We can check out how this is going to work, and then we can move on to something maybe a little bit more difficult. So first things first, let's try the cosmic meatballs. That's a pretty simple recipe, right? So we're going to want to grab those rationing pipes, I do believe. I've never done this before. I assume this is how we're going to want to do this. We want to grab transfer nodes. Yeah, well, we're going to need more than that, aren't we? Maybe that many. Okay, so let's go to the last millennium, and hopefully we have everything set up that we should be able to do this. Oh, I should probably grab some regular transfer pipes, but I think I can make those while we're there. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, so we'll go to the cosmic meatball section. This will be a fairly easy craft compared to something like this where we'd have to hook up a whole lot of stuff if we wanted to use those over here. But we will do that, but just not right this second. Okay, so over here, maybe we'll put it right here. Sure. Oh, there's a thing right there. Maybe that's not the best spot for it. We got a thing right there. I guess it doesn't really matter where this thing is. Like, yeah, I wanted it right there just for looks, but I guess we could put it down over here, right? That doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's 3 blocks away, and then this thing, we'll stick it down here at the end. Why not? That'll be fine. So we can stick that right here. So we need items pumping into here, but we don't want to fill this whole thing. We want 1 stack of every single item that goes in here. That's where the rationing pipe comes in play, because that will only allow 1 stack of whatever the transfer node is pulling out to go over there. Now, a thing that I'm just now noticing, this is a 2x2 drawer, right? So every item, like every face, will be able to output each of these different items. So I'm not sure how we're going to work on this. Is there like a retrieval node? Can we do a retrieval node with a rationing pipe? Is that another thing we can do? Honestly, I don't know how this thing works. You get a retrieval node items and a retrieval node liquid. Yeah, ideally what I'd like to do is put a rationing pipe on each one of these and have a retrieval node that will only pull in 1 stack of every single item over there. But I don't know if you can reverse that. I know if you put a transfer node here and a rationing pipe over there, whatever item that it grabs the first of will put 1 stack, but it won't grab all 4 different items from 1 transfer node. Yeah, that could be a problem. Okay, well, I'm going to play around with this for a moment, see what I can come up with. Yeah, I don't know if we can do like the retrieval node with a rationing pipe on the opposite end if that works. If that does, that'd be really cool. Maybe we'll make these together real quick. Maybe we'll experiment. Maybe something awesome will happen out of this. All right, let's try 2 ender pearls and an emerald. Ender pearl and an emerald. If it does work like that with the retrieval node, that'll be really, really awesome. And that'll make this really simple. But yeah, I don't know if that works that way. Okay, so there's a retrieval node. Let's go back to the last millennium. All right, so we want to put the retrieval node on the crafting table here, which is now in the way because of the spawner stuff down there. You know what, let's just try it like this. Just for the start, and I will make this look nicer later. So retrieval node, okay, and then we need a rationing pipe, I guess is how this is gonna work. And then we would also want to get ourselves some transfer pipe. I'm really hoping this works. All right, pipe. So does that work? It is, okay, let's grab stack upgrade. Stack upgrade, and we'll grab some speed upgrades to help speed this up. All right, so stack upgrade, speed upgrade. Nope, that is not working. Okay, unfortunately, that is not doing what I wanted it to do. I don't know, can you put a rationing pipe right here? Would that make it? No. Oh, well, maybe. No, that's still filling up, unfortunately. I don't think it works that way. Unless it fills that stack and then it's going to call it good. If it keeps adding more, yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so we might have a problem with the way that I set these up with the drawers. I think what we need to do is put them into the single drawer. So each item has its own 1x1 drawer. That scared me. I was like, what just happened? The cows are spawning. We should put each item into its own 1x1 drawer, and then we could put a transfer node on the back of each one of those drawers, and then we can connect those all to a rationing pipe over here, and that should work the way we want it to. Why? Oh, it's still got items in here? What? How is that? That's not even connect. That doesn't even make sense. How is that still taking items in there? Where are those items even coming from? What? Okay. That's not even connected. Stop pulling in items, you dang thing. Okay, well, anyway, let me go ahead and make some changes here. Obviously, this isn't going to work the way I wanted to, unfortunately. So, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I think we got it all sorted. So you can see up here, I've left the drawers exactly the same. Yep. As it turns out, I just added a whole bunch of slave controller slaves. I could have made more use of the faces of these and put more of the transfer nodes on these slaves, but it is kind of in the way of our mob farm down here, and I really didn't want to take up more spawning space than I already did. Yeah, so anyway, we're leaving it like that. I need to grab some more of the quite clear glass to fix what I've broken out here. To seal this up the rest of the way again. Gonna do that. Good, good, good. And a few more pieces of glass here ought to do it. There we go. All right, so yes, each one of these slaves is providing a transfer node with a certain item. So I put a filter in each one of these, so it's only gonna pull out whichever one we put in there. So this one is mutton, so we have a stack here. We have a stack upgrade, and I put a stack of speed upgrades in here. It's probably not necessary for all of that speed upgrades, but they're EMCable. We have all of it. It's not that big of a deal. So over here at our crafting table, we can see that there is a stack of everything in here. If I take out a stack of chicken, we get a stack of chicken. If I pull out a stack of raw mutton, we get a stack of raw mutton back in there. The pile of neutrons we have being provided through this interface that was already here. So I just added neutrons, and I did the same thing with the transfer node with a filter in there specifically for the neutrons, right? Stack upgrade, speed upgrade, yep. And that's just connected to the same pipe network. So yes, this is all being fed from the same thing. Now, I haven't tried actually turning this on yet. I want to do that with you guys. So let's see what happens. If I take some of those out and I put that here, that just starts crafting these up. So yes, it's using some of the items and they're getting refilled. So this is 100% auto-craftable now. We never have to worry about this again. Now, it is not super fast, right? So we're probably going to want to pre-craft these and have them stored somewhere, like in a drawer that has like, I don't know, 4 or 8 stacks of these things on hand. And as we need them, that drawer just gets auto-filled. I think that's probably what we want to do. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, though. I guess we could do the retrieval node. I assume the retrieval node will work off this thing. Maybe we could do that over here. Put like a retrieval node onto a drawer and put a storage bus and attach it back to the ME interface? Maybe? I don't know. Do we have any drawers? I guess we could try this together and see how it works. So we could just put it into one of these 4 stacks per drawer, or do we want, this holds 8 stacks, 4 stacks. I guess this should be fine. We will put a drawer. Let's see, we want, yeah, that should be fine. We're like this. We want this to be turned off. All right, so we want to lock the drawer. Grab a key real quick. Key. Oh, you know what? I think I have them in here. Okay, so we want to lock the drawer so nothing goes in there. We're going to set a cosmic meatball. In fact, we should take all the cosmic meatballs we have and just put it into the one drawer. There's no point in having it in 2 different places. So cosmic meatballs will only go here. That will hold 4 stacks of them. So we'll grab a storage bus so we can connect that up. All right, there's that. And then I guess an ME glass cable. And I think we will put this on extract only. So if we pull out more than what we need here, I'll just go in the ME system. Otherwise, we're just going to pull from here. I think that'll be just fine. Okay, so we should be able to see cosmic meatballs in the system once again. So they are there. So now we need to get that retrieval node. And I would imagine we're going to want to put a filter on there. So retrieval node, filter, cosmic meatballs. All right. Let's take that there. Filter. I imagine we're going to want speed upgrades. And I don't know if we want stack upgrades, if that matter. Stack upgrade. Might as well just do that anyway, just so it grabs everything as fast as it can. Okay, so that and that, and then transfer pipe. Hopefully this is gonna work the way I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. I've never done this before though, so who knows? Okay, yeah, well there's 200 cosmic meatballs in there. Why it's not pulling more than that, I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at the crafting table. What's going on over here? Okay, we are crafting. So it says we have 256. Is it now storing some in the node itself? Ah, okay, so we got a stack of there. We have 256 here. So this should be filling up the auto craft, but it is still pulling more. So where are those going? Oh, that's not going into this interface, are they? Oh, they're... No? I'm really confused now. Where are those extra cosmic meatballs going? It shows that it's crafting it. But where are they going? Okay, so it stopped. Oh, okay. It just crafted up to a 64 here. Maybe that's what it's doing. I didn't notice that. All right. So it looks like everything should be good now. So cosmic meatballs, looks like those are now available. We have those auto craftable. Anytime we need those, we should be able to pull out some, and then they should just auto refill on their own. So that's really, really awesome. Not quite as elegant as I was hoping for. There might be a way to make this cleaner, but this definitely does work, right? Okay, so yes, I am pretty happy with that. I guess what we'd want to do then, now that we can auto craft cosmic meatballs and we have those available, we'd probably want to do that with like our singularities and get the eternal singularity available, right? Yeah, we have some interfaces over here. Okay. Yeah, we might be able to do something with that. That'll be something I'll probably play around with a little bit off camera. We've seen how these things work. So I will have to figure out how we're going to pull the singularities out of here. Probably the same kind of a thing. We can just use some slaves or whatever and then use transfer nodes off of those. But yeah, that's kind of it is kind of a pain that we have to set a filter for each and every one of these things and use a transfer node on each one of those. It's too bad that the transfer, or that it gets the retrieval node with the rationing pipe did not work as I wanted it to. But you know, what can you do? We got an auto craft going for the extreme crafting, which is awesome. Getting ones like for this one hooked up, this is going to be a huge pain, but it is something that I want to do. It might be easier to switch out these drawers for the regular style drawer, the 1x1, just put a transfer node in each individual one. That would probably be the easiest. It's going to make this super big though. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out. But guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. I had a lot of fun trying to get this stuff figured out. This is new territory, things that I've never done before. So I'm learning as I go. We did figure it out, which is awesome. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.